When you get an inch of rain, you get a foggy morning. Garden in the fog.
Good morning and welcome back to the garden. Today is Saturday, September 3rd. And you know what that means. Saturday we do a quick review of this garden. We go to you and celebrate what's going on in your garden. I wish I could say I planned to have the flowers and the beans, but sometimes the seed makes it into the garden. It's a nice little highlight, and the beans are still producing nicely. If you're new to this channel, welcome. This is the story of a deep mulch garden and a guy who got tired of weeding. When I stumbled upon the deep mulch and the soil food web, I thought folks might be interested. And over the course of this story, we've dedicated Saturdays to you and celebrating what's going on in your garden. That's where we gain inspiration, we get ideas. Let's start off this morning by taking a look at a few of our friends and neighbors and what's going on in their gardens.
Nora starts us off today with a rainbow of morning glory color. Your eye for color and attention to detail is terrific. I still think the spilled garden container concept is genius. Thank you, Nora. Larry had another successful stroll through his garden this morning. That's a great harvest. Thank you, Larry. Denise, it looks like you've been hard at work in the kitchen canning up your harvest, which should continue to come in strong. That's why we do it, because it tastes great, and then we can enjoy our labors all winter long. Cowboy candy? Awesome. Thank you, Denise.
See what I mean? Those are simply amazing. How can you not gain inspiration from that? One of the things that we've been following every week is the sweet potato patch. We planted that slip off that giant sweet potato, the slip with no roots, right here. At this point in the summer, the vines start growing very, very rapidly. We keep pruning this off. My trail is getting smaller and smaller. We are coming down to it though. We got about 3 or 4 more weeks and we're going to go ahead and dig. We'll see if we did get a giant sweet potato from a giant sweet potato. I hope you join me for that. But let's go ahead and take a look at a couple more.
It's been a while since we last visited Bruce's Florida garden. Florida affords such a wonderful variety of fruits and vegetables and the ability to grow almost year-round. Bruce, everything looks so healthy and abundant. Thank you for sharing and bringing us such an exotic variety. Let's welcome David to this community. He wanted to share his biomass composter and the cover cropping he's using to build the soil. David, this is fantastic. Thank you and welcome to this community. Walter's tomatoes are now well over 15 feet tall and full of flowers. But while he waits for round 2 to ripen, there are so many varieties of peppers to harvest. Walter, you have done a great job and used such ingenuity. Your garden truly is impressive. Thank you.
Those are absolutely fantastic. Please leave a comment down below and let everybody know just how much you appreciate them sharing what's going on in their garden. Well, it looks like we got a radish coming up voluntarily right in the middle of my peanuts. I'm going to go ahead and let this go to seed. Did you know you can get more food off of the seed pods than you can off of the bulb? And those little seed pods, they're very spicy, taste like radish, but they cook up really nice and add a good flavor to anything that you're cooking. Let's go ahead and take a look at a couple more.
Art's garden is overflowing. He couldn't wait, so he dug his first hill of sweet potatoes. That's a pretty good haul. In his first year of asparagus, it sent up a nice shoot. This should be well established for next year. Thank you, Art. Jim was worried about getting a late start in his container garden this year. Jim, that's pretty impressive for a late start. And you still have a month and a half worth of harvesting. Looking good. Jim, thank you. Those orange zucchini are incredible. Valerie likes to share her knowledge of the garden and the fun of harvesting. She had her sister come help. That is a great haul of sweet potatoes, not to mention everything else that is coming in. Valerie, all the work and the care that you put into your containers is inspiring. It makes me want to go out and plant. Those squash and those melons are fantastic. And your lettuce that you started from seed are doing great. Thank you. You are simply blessed.
Aren't those great? You can do this too. And I invite you to become part of this community. It's a loose-knit community of people that like to get their hands dirty and grow things that taste good. If you'd like to share what's going on in your garden, just email me at waylandsmalley5@gmail.com. The address is in the description box below. Well, the sun's finally broke through the fog. It was a nice foggy morning. It's a great day to be out in the garden. Come on, let's take a look at a few more things. Well, of course I was going to make it through the tomato tunnel. After the heat of this summer, everything's kicking back in. We should have a decent little tomato harvest through the fall. And I still can't get over these asparagus beans. That thing is amazing. And it's very tasty. This garden's landed right on the line between A and B in Zone 7. The first projected frost date, somewhere between the middle and late October. My experience says once we get a frost, then it'll warm up again, then we'll get a frost and it'll warm up again, that cycle until we get into winter. The cold frames work really well in this kind of environment, and we're going to continue to plant all September, and I hope you join us day to day for that. You can do this too, and I hope you join us on Saturday so we can celebrate what's going on in your garden. I do want to thank you for stopping by on this Saturday to help celebrate our friends and neighbors and what's going on in their gardens. I also want to thank you for stopping by and looking at this garden. And remember, until next time, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and God bless you. Come on, let's plant.
Let's go plant garden.